Welcome back, my fellow nerds. We rejoin our heroes as they step into their first test of combat against a flying fiendish foe. Will they defeat them, or fall victim to the voracious volatile veneers? Find out today on Last Nerds on Earth, our D&D adventure. We have, first in the order is Oliver. Now, I will remind you, since it is dark and you don't have dark vision, you will be at a disadvantage for attacks.
Okay, well, there's not much other that I can do.
And you have also noticed there's actually 3 bats there. You could only see 2 at first, but once they all started to swoop in, you notice 1, 2, 3. And we'll go from left to right, 1, 2, 3. So that's how we'll call them out.
Okay, so I have 2 weapon fighting.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just going to swing my 2 daggers.
Okay.
Which are just...
They're about 6 feet in the air.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you little halfling.
Shit.
I don't know if you can really reach them.
There's not a whole lot I can do then.
Can you throw your daggers, maybe?
I could try that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to throw both of them.
Okay. No. Just throw the one.
And a bow.
That's a lot to do with bats, my friend.
But a bow, like, that's such a small target.
You can do it, I believe in you.
Okay, I'm gonna go for my bow.
Okay.
In the dark. Take a shot in the dark, literally. Is a 7 plus 5, 12.
Okay. That misses, unfortunately. So you pull your bow back, you take aim, and all you're seeing really are black moving shapes, just sort of moving about, and you release your bow, and just right by it, misses, unfortunately. So let's see. Our next order is Rowan. Let's see what you want to do.
I want to cast Speak with Animals.
You want to? Okay.
Damn it, why did you go first?
I want to try to talk these bats down.
You want to try to talk the bats down? All right, let's do it. Go ahead, speak with animal. Wait. Oh yeah. Okay, so that's a ritual spell. It takes 10 minutes to cast.
Oh shit! Yeah, that'll. Okay,
that's going to be roughly 60 rounds.
Yes, I forget that.
We can make it go that long if we want to.
Please don't.
I'll keep missing.
I will, since it's dark in here, I'm going to move and find an empty spot and use create bonfire so we have light to see, so we can actually attack somebody.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a cantrip.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I see that right there. I don't know why I didn't see that in the first place. Okay, so you essentially, let's see. So the range is up to 60 feet. Did you want to put it like right next to you guys, or underneath the bats, or what's going on?
Well, I can't see the bats, really, can I? So I guess right next to us.
Well, you can sort of see the forms moving in the air, and you sort of know what everybody's looking at. You can't see it.
Okay, so I'll put it underneath the bat.
Okay.
Maybe they'll fall into it.
Fills a 5-foot cubic space. Okay, so time to roll for some bats. I don't think you need to roll to do anything for this. It's just verbal and semantic. Okay, cool. Or semantic, whatever. So one of the bats actually fails his dex save, I do believe. Yeah. And so he takes 1d8 fire damage. Woo!
Okay. Woo!
You guys want some s'mores and some fucking bat wings?
That was a 3.
So you sort of rub your hands together, and you're concentrating, and you're concentrating, and you're concentrating. You keep rubbing your hands together, and smoke starts to form, but not in your hands, underneath the bats. You see wisps of smoke start to coming out, and suddenly there's a spark, and another one, and another, and then suddenly, whoosh, there's a big bonfire right below these bats, and 2 of the bats are able to sort of get out of the way, but the center flames come up so high that they actually singe one of the little bats in the middle, and he's like, "You motherfuckers!" So
That speaks common.
yeah.
So
Educated.
No, they don't. They don't speak common.
I
Sorry, bro.
I hate to bring this up because
Yeah.
I know it's gonna bite you. How far away is that from us characters with dark vision, and how sudden is that light?
So it sort of sparks and comes into creation. It's pretty quick. Your dark vision wouldn't really necessarily affect how bright that is, but it does sort of blind you guys for like a half a second. But I'm not going to give you guys disadvantage on it or anything. So
I'm not familiar with how dark vision works exactly on this character. This is the first time I've had it, but
okay. So essentially with dark vision, all it is you can see like a cat can, you know, and so your eyes they're seeing, but it's all like in gray scale.
Yeah.
If it's dark, if it gets too dark, your eyes sort of shift over to that. So when it gets bright, it just sort of comes back up. Harley, it is your turn. You are facing 3 giant bats. There is a bonfire beneath them. You are about 30 feet away from them. What do you do?
Okay, so the bonfire, that's a magical flame, right? That's not a real flame?
Oh, it's a real flame.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so what I'm going to do, and are they above that bonfire?
They're above it, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to cast Control Flames, and then it can go 5 feet in one direction. I want it to go 5 feet up.
Oh, so you're just going to hit them all again.
Yep.
All right. As your kind and benevolent DM, I will remind you, you're in a maze of roots.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm not
Okay.
saying it will, because roots are mostly moist and it's a lot of dirt as well, but I'm going to roll for it and we might see what happens. So
Well,
it's entirely up to
before-
you if you want to try that.
Is there one
Remember,
of those coming at me, or are they just all hunkered above that bonfire?
they're sort of sitting right at the bonfire, sort of about to attack you.
Okay, I'm going for it.
Going for it? Okay, cool.
Yep.
So let me hop over to yours. Control flame. So you expand the flame in one direction. Okay. Provided that wood or fuel is present in the new location. I mean, that's... Yeah, I think you can... Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So they're going to go ahead and make another dexterity saving throw. And they all passed it. So,
Damn it.
So you shoot the flames up, and it comes up to them, and they sort of weave their way around it, because once they saw that bonfire pop up, they sort of all started to spread away from it, and it came right up in between everything. Yeah. So now there is a pillar of fire in the middle of the hallway, about 10 feet tall.
Oh, you can see now.
Yeah, everybody can see. Everybody can see. So, all right. Did you want to move anywhere or anything like that? I mean,
I think I'm gonna stay in front of everybody at this point.
okay. All right. So, it is now the bat's turn, and they are a little irritated with y'all, and they saw Harley whoosh up the flames. So a couple of them are going to come after you. Ouch. Ouch. Oof. Oof.
Yeah, we don't like hearing.
Ooh.
Yeah. My hit points aren't very high.
Just kidding. So one of them did get you. Two of them swooped in, and as they were coming in, one of them was still like a little dazzled by the fire, and so he goes to bite at you and just sort of completely misses. The other one, however, does hit you. and he's gonna do 3 damage. Next in the order is Rain. So you are up. You have 2 bats that are really close to Carly, and then a third bat that's sort of off to the side. He was the one that got singed. He's like, nah, screw that dude. I don't want to fight this right now. But he still is angry and ready to go.
I'm gonna go at the one of the 2 bats on Carly.
Okay. What are we hitting him with?
I'm gonna draw my short sword for this.
Okay.
I have 2 weapon fighting, so I'm just gonna pick one and take my swings. I'm gonna try to. I'm going for the wings. I want to cut them down like straight out of the air.
Gotcha. Nice. Okay, so go ahead and.
I want to have a better chance. That's my goal here.
Gotcha. And you said you had 2 weapon fighting. Is that correct?
I do have 2 weapon fighting.
Okay.
So
we've got 2 short swords going after it. So the first one.
Yeah.
Okay, so for the first one, you will add your ability modifier to the damage of the bonus attack, but the second one you won't. Okay, so what'd you get?
All right. So for my first one to hit, I got 19 and 5. So it's 14 or 24 to hit.
Yeah.
First
yeah,
swing.
that one hit.
These bats have an AC higher than 24.
And the second one is 13 and 5, so 18 to hit.
Got him again. All right, let's roll some damage.
All right. If I can keep the dice on the table, that'll work. All right, so 5 damage.
Okay.
And another 5.
Okay. All right. So this boy is looking real rough. So let's put him where he needs to be. So you come up, you're doing some flurries, and you actually come up on either side of Carly, and you come down like one sword onto the left of his head, one sword on the right, and you just come down and you take some pretty decent chunks out of his wings. He's still got him and he's still flapping around, but he's not looking good. He's not steady. He's got some blood coming out of him right now. So with that, Aligrax, your turn.
Okay, I gotta say that I say cool swords. That's just how it's gonna be.
Carly uses a free edge. Excellent. All right.
How closely clumped together are these bats?
So there's 2 that are right on Carly. So they're like fluttering around right above his head, and then there's another one that's probably about 15 feet back.
Okay, so theoretically, if I walk right to where Carly is, could I hit them all in a 15-foot cone?
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna walk right up to where Carly is, kind of, point my whole head up at where the bats are, and then open my jaw as a green mist comes shooting out of my mouth, and the bats are gonna have to make a DC 11 con save.
Okay, I don't think they have very good con. They do not.
That's it.
Well, let's see here. Oops, not that one. Okay, so the bat on the right that has not been hit at all, he made the save. The other 2 did not. So what are we looking for? Okay.
Alright, so that's 2d6, so that's 5 plus another 5, so that's 10 for the ones that failed their save, and then 5 for the one that succeeded.
Gotcha. So that's so as you open your mouth, and a green light and energy starts to coalesce in your throat, and it sort of rumbles up and it sprays out, narrowly missing Carly. I'll let you slide on that one this time, but and 2 of the bats are just like they get jacked up. They're like, this sucks. And they're sort of, you can see their skin is like fading and peeling off of their flesh. And a third bat gets completely disintegrated. He just turns into this red mist, and that floats and mingles with the green energy, and then is just gone. So the bat that is close on the right, he's up. He's not happy about being alive right now. He's not too thrilled with his prospects of the future, but he's still very, very irritated because you just killed Leon, and Leon used to water the plants in their cave. So don't you feel like a dick right now?
Really?
So,
gonna give a little cough as I stop expelling poison.
Gotcha. Let's see.
I see
That is an action. Okay, I can't remember if that was an action or a bonus.
No, that would be a powerful bonus.
Oh yeah, that would. So let's go back to the top of the order. We're back to Oliver. Oliver, you have one bat fucked up right in front of Carly, sort of above his head, still flapping away, really irritated. There's a much stronger looking bat to the back and left. Both of them have, acidic looking wounds on them.
Okay, I will throw my dagger at the pissy one that's in front of Carly.
Roll me
I
some.
got a 10.
10.
I am just missing like crazy.
All right. Let me see if you are missing like crazy. You are. So, you pull dagger back and you sort of line it up. You do the whole arm outstretched, dagger behind your head, and then you just chunk it. But unfortunately, the bright light of the fire had you misjudge the throw, and it is heading straight for the bat, but it's off a little bit, and it sees you, and it sort of dips down right as the dagger flies by and through the flames. So would you like to make a movement, bonus action, anything like that?
No, I think I'm just gonna say like, oh, this isn't my day.
Gotcha.
And that's shit.
All right, Rowan, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to cast Spite on the bat that hasn't been hit yet.
You're gonna cast what on there? I'm sorry.
Frostbite. It's a cantrip.
Frostbite.
They
Gotcha.
They have to make a con save of 13.
Con save of 13. Let's see what we got. So we are the target. Yeah, one creature that you can see within range. Let's check it out. See what he does. Constitution. Oh, he rolled a natural 1.
Oh.
Which I don't think does anything in this instance, but he's not going to be happy. So you pull your hands together and you've got your fingertips all just an inch apart, and there is a bright white glowing that starts to form inside your hands, and a tiny little snowflake is in that orb, and it grows bigger and bigger and bigger, and all of a sudden it turns into a small wolf's head, and you force your hands forward, and the blast reaches out across your companions past the bat and sinks its teeth right into the wing of the bat, and he gets fucked up.
Oh.
Ah, shit.
All right, roll me some damage.
I rolled a 5.
A 5. Excellent. So the bite sinks into him, and roll me another d6, will you?
Okay. 2.
2. All right, so he's going to take half of that. Since he did get a 1, I was just going to give it a 2d6 and then cut the second one in half. So you did a little bit extra, and he's like,
Okay.
or well, actually, he's like, he's not happy. All right, let's go on to Carly. Your turn.
All right, I want to cast Firebolt at that son of a bitch.
All right, Firebolt. So that is a cantrip, and what needs to happen? You hurl a modifier. Okay, so I need you to make a ranged spell attack.
Okay, so is that a D20?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a D20.
Okay, I am an 18.
So 22 in total. Yeah, that definitely beats his AC. You sort of move your hands back and forth in a little bit of a flowing motion, and all of a sudden sparks start to form across your forearms all the way to your fingertips, and suddenly it's not sparks, it's but bolts of electricity forming up and down your forearms, and you reach back and there's an arc of lightning that suddenly catches fire from one hand to the other over your head, and you press your hands together and it shoots straight out. Which bat were you attacking? The one right in front of you?
Yep, that's the one that I would go for, actually.
It shoots out, and it's just 2 feet, and the heat is intense, and you can taste ozone from the electricity, and you hit the bat. And so now I need you to roll me a d10.
That was tight, yo.
Thanks, Ellie. I'm trying to give some flavor to this shit.
So I'm glad that I rolled this because it's a big old whopping 1.
All right, so I gotta maybe do descriptions afterward. So the fire and electricity spray over the bat's chest, and he sort of flutters a little bit and shakes it off, and he's singed a little bit, and you can tell he's not very happy, but he's still up, and he's still roaring and ready to go. So from there, it's actually the bat's turn, and they're both going to swoop down and attack. Oh, let's see. Rowan, they're going to attack you.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. All right, so that one does beat your armor class. That one doesn't. So one of the bats, one of the weaker ones, actually swoops past you. And let me check something real quick, because they might have provoked an attack of opportunity. They most certainly did. So Carly, you're actually going to get an attack of opportunity because they came through your space and attacked her. And so they passed through and out of your space. So roll me 1d20, and then just add your strength modifier to it.
Okay, I got a 10 plus 1, 11.
Okay, unfortunately that doesn't beat. So they swoop
went right
by.
through a space.
Yeah.
If they went right through a space and I'm sitting right next to them, doesn't that invoke another
you are.
attack?
Yeah, so you would also get it as well. My apologies. Yeah, so go ahead and roll me one as well.
All right, so that's going to be a 16, and do I add my hit modifier?
Doesn't matter. You would, but doesn't matter. So roll me. So what weapon do you have in your hand, Aligrax?
Great sword.
Okay, so roll me 2d6.
It's a 4 plus a 5 plus 3 for 12.
Okay, so you, as the bats fly through, Carly reaches up and takes a few swipes at him. And they definitely maneuver, but they're not able to escape your greatsword that comes down and cleaves one of them completely in half. And it just so happens, and I'm not making this up or changing anything, it was the one who attacked, who actually scored the hit on Rowan. So that bat has been cleaved in twain. And the last bat is now flies directly at Rowan, fangs bared and open, and just misses a little bit and sort of fumbles a little bit, and is now sort of in the center and is thinking about its life decisions about being surrounded on all sides by people. So let's go back to the top of the order real quick. Oliver.
Okay.
You have advantage because you're flanking.
You didn't.
Wait,
No, you didn't.
dude.
You didn't.
Oh.
You skipped my.
Oh, I did. I skipped both.
Oh, yeah.
I got my attack of
Rain,
opportunity.
Rain and Aligrax both got skipped. Rain, you are up next.
So I'm gonna dash underneath the bat, come up from under him, and I'm gonna try to stab him right in the belly. Just
All right, I like that. Yeah,
hit him
okay.
right there.
Let's see you do it, man. Roll me a d20, and you
That
do.
squeaky toy is the sound the bat's making, right?
All right. So my first one is a 21 to hit.
Okay, yeah. You want to roll again just to see if you crit?
Oh, I got a nat 20 on the second.
Okay. Oh, you got a natural 20? All right.
Wow.
I'm not even gonna bother with the damage. All right. So you come up underneath this bat. So you see him like right behind you, and you're like, Not today. So you run, and you slide on both knees, and you grab both of your short swords, and you come up and cleave him in 4 pieces. That's right, in 4 pieces, and then you spin around, like still on your knees, and then you stop with like one hand in front of you and one behind you, and the pieces of the bat fall to the ground, and there's just like this huge fucking explosion, and it's just like, and you're just like, ugh. The explosion is in your head, but you still look really badass when you do it. So there's just pieces of bat, and like y'all's teammate Rain is just sitting there like in a really cool pose, like on one knee, like, you know, sweat dripping down, and he's got a red headband on for some reason. So anyways, you guys have defeated these bats.
Stick that right out of my mouth.
What were the other 2 bats' names?
They actually didn't have names. They're part of the religion of bats that if they're named at birth, have their names removed. It's actually a cult. It's a bat cult. I don't want to get into it because I don't have
Leon.
Leon was not subscribed to that particular religion. He sort of did his own thing. He believed in Bat God. Like,
right.
Have you guys ever read? Never mind. I don't want to get too far into it. So if you guys are okay with it, I'm going to keep this initiative. Just if you guys run into anything else in here, I really don't know if you will. That way we don't have to roll it each time.
I call BS. You know.
Why? Why? You're like 3rd in line. These are really good rolls y'all have. Okay. So let's see. Y'all continue down the corridor, and there's a pillar of fire in the middle of the hallway that has slowly been charring and burning, and the heat is getting pretty intense right now. Does anybody want to do anything about that?
I'm gonna take away that flame.
Okay, you're gonna use...
Well, at least the pillar part.
Before he does that, I'm just gonna warm my hands by the fire.
It is a little cold underground.
It's cold and damp in here.
Yeah, I can extinguish a flame with produce flame, so I'm gonna extinguish that.
Okay. Well, as you guys are warming up and starting to cook some bat wings, Carly's just like, nope. And then the flame basically collapses. Like, you remember those old TVs that when you turned them off, they were like, Pew! That was basically how the flame goes.
I'd like to hurl a bat wing at Carly.
Okay, roll me a d20, please.
Mm-hmm.
And add your dex modifier.
Add my dex modifier.
You're throwing. It's ranged.
That's a 5.
Okay, you miss. He doesn't even notice.
Can I try to grab it? I would really like to notice. I'd like to grab and try to throw it back.
Okay. Roll me a dexterity check, please.
Okay, so I am 14 plus 1, 15.
All right, you grab the bat and you throw it back. Roll me an attack roll. And add your dex to it.
We're inventing a new game.
9 plus 1, I'm a 10.
Okay, does 10 beat your armor class? Paladin?
Not even close.
Not even close. So the bat wing flies towards you and like goes like way over your shoulder. Way over your shoulder. Actually, Oliver, could you roll me a dex check, please?
Yes.
Okay.
I was actually thinking that I was just like standing there since I'm only 3 feet tall. I was wondering where my dice are. So just like flying back and forth. Oh, that's a natural 20.
Okay, so you actually catch the bat wing. You notice that it is cooked to perfection, and you catch it in your mouth, chew it up, and swallow it. And that game's fucking over. All right, on with the maze.
Bat wing.
Also, just so you guys know, though, like when I eat, it's really weird looking because of my face cloaking.
Oh yeah, he has like a black. Wait, I don't want to say the.
That wing just disappears.
Yeah, it basically just disappears.
That is his face.
Weird. So we're gonna have you guys continue down the maze, and it's getting a little bit more dank, more sort of earthy smell. I mean, it was already pretty heavy, but it's getting like a little bit more earthy as you guys go down. And you actually, as you turn the corner, I do that a lot when I start descriptions. I say, as you do this. Anyways, you guys turn the corner, And looking down, you actually notice that there's a couple of torches about halfway down. They're not very big, so they're not burning the ceiling or anything like that. But they are lit to a degree. And as you look closer, you notice they're not flames, but small red gems that are sort of set in these two torch-like apparatuses, and they're giving off a really nice glow so you guys can see all the way up and down. But where they're situated in between them is a door.
Okay.
Good job.
Are the gems hot?
Like sexy or your thing?
No,
I mean,
like are they emitting heat or just light?
do you want to go ahead and grab one, or do you want to just sort of check with your hand or get close, or how do you want to?
Well, I definitely want to check first, but yeah, I want to steal the gems.
Okay, so you get your hands sort of close to the gems, and you notice they're not giving off intense heat, but they are warm to the touch.
Can I tell if this is like an arcane sort of gem, or is it just like a natural property?
Roll me a Arcana check.
Arcana, that'll be a lovely 9.
Did you add your +1 to it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's embarrassing. So as much as you can tell, they're fairly magical, but they don't seem to be like malicious or anything like that. Like as you guys have gotten closer, nothing has changed.
I'm gonna use a divine sense just to be on the safe side. See if I can
so you're trying to
anything.
detect good and evil.
Yeah.
So your divine sense, but I don't know location. Okay. So you sort of center yourself. You take a few deep breaths. The world goes dark around you, and you put your fingertips together right in front of your chest, and you call upon your deity. What is your deity, by the way?
Lendis.
You call upon Lindis. What is Lindis the god of?
He's the god of harsh justice.
Oh, excellent. So and what does he look like?
Oh, I wasn't prepared for that.
I can make it up for you.
He's a dragon.
Okay.
I think platinum dragon.
Gotcha. Okay. So this scaly behemoth creeps into your vision from your right side, and he walks up to you, and he sort of bows to you, doesn't say anything, and he turns and he opens his eyes, and this wash of white light bursts forth and runs all the way down the hallway and all the way back. And with that, he turns to you, and he just sort of gives you a little bit of a look and disappears. Through your divine sense, you can detect neither good nor evil coming from anything in front of you.
All right. That's some hella good flavor for really disappointing.
I know. The best flavor I have is when shit doesn't happen. But,
I'd like to stand in front of everybody and put my arms out and kind of like shush them back a bit.
Okay.
And then I'd like to cast Mage Hand and move one of them slightly.
Okay. So you basically you look at your hand and you start thinking it's not there. You say it's not there, it's not there. You're thinking of that, and suddenly a phantom hand covers yours, and it stretches out, and with just your mind, you move this sort of sinewy hand along, almost snake-like, up to this gem. You wrap your hands around it, and you pick it up, and you have it in your mage hand now.
Okay, and nothing happened.
Nothing has happened. Roll me a perception check. Whoever wants to try and perceive some shit.
Yeah, I got an 18 plus 1, 19.
Okay.
What does a 5 give me?
Oh, buddy. I've got some flavor text for you, my friend. You guys do not notice anything. You don't notice any clicks, rumblings, anything like that.
Guys, I think it's a torch.
Okay, I'm gonna bring it back to me because it's a damn gem and I'm a thief.
Okay. The mage hand sort of moves along its path that you sent it out on, and sort of returns and places it into your pocket. And the hallway is a little bit darker.
Okay, I'll pull it out and hold it in my hand so we have some light.
Okay. Question? Yes. Oh, we did not have a question. Oh, my apologies.
I said I was gonna take a closer look at that door.
Oh, okay. So you move up in front of the door, and there's the one torch stand that's unlit, and the torch stand that is lit, and you sort of just examine it for a little bit. Roll me an insight check.
Insight.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh yes. 21.
Okay. As you're looking at it,
18.
you notice there is. It's a basic wooden door. It has iron bands holding the pieces of wood in place. There is a solid metal handle on the left side of it, and it is set in sort of a stonework frame.
Okay.
Other than that, you don't notice anything special about it.
You know what? I'm gonna look over at Aligrax.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be like, hey, I'm gonna step to the side here and prep just in case. Since you are heavy, why don't you open it? That way, if anything comes out mean.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a wry smile and open the door, or at least try.
Okay.
I'm gonna step to the side with my bow drawn, ready to shoot anything that might not be friendly.
Gotcha. Anybody else sort of want to prep or?
I'm gonna be standing there ready to go too.
They're just ready in action.
Okay, everybody's ready. So, you open the door, and as you open the door, blue flame, starting from the doorway, goes all the way around the inside of the room. It's a thin line of blue flame, right about mid height to you, Eladrax. I said that right? Yeah, Aligrax. My bad. So there's a blue flame, and it's lighting the room. And what you can see in the very center of the room is a stone dais. And there is what looks to be like half an orb sitting on top of the dais. And there is essentially that, and it's actually all stone on the inside of this room.
All stone, blue fire along the edge. A half orb, you said?
Yeah, it's basically just like, half sphere.
Half sphere,
basically.
yeah.
So it's got a rounded top, essentially, is what.
And I don't notice anything else in the room.
That's all.
All right. I guess I'm gonna kind of walk in and gesture for everyone to follow.
Okay.
Nothing nice.
I follow.
Yep.
I'm gonna
Tuck
walk
in after
straight
him.
up to the. I'm gonna walk straight up to the dais.
Everybody in?
Yep.
Okay.
I think before I go in, I'm gonna grab that other gem and have both of them.
Okay. In each hand? Or just sort of on your person?
I have one in my hand for light and then one in my pocket.
Okay. I will let you know the blue flame is bright enough that you really don't need it, but you can still have it out down there. So you go in and you sort of look around the room, and on the dais is that sort of rounded top, and in the very center of it is what looks to be a circle that looks like it's sort of carved inside into the center of the dais there.
Do I have any idea what this might be for?
No.
No. All right.
No. You roll me a history check real quick.
History check. That is going to be, what's my modifier? Plus 3, a 20 then.
20. Okay, so you do know that you've, in all of your time sort of working with your religion and, this is Rain, right? Or Alex?
Oh, no.
Alex.
Alex, okay. So working with your religion and becoming the paladin that you are, you needed to pour over a lot of tomes just to sort of understand your god and other gods and make sure that you're on the right path. And you've seen this dais before in a book. Let me see. And it was actually seen in the god Fate's book.
The god what? Fate?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How's that spelled?
Fate. And you know that this is a dais of hers. And the center circle is a button. Other than that, you're not entirely sure what it does. But you know that she is neither good nor evil.
All right. So I'm gonna relay what I know to the party and say there's a button. Should we press it?
Definitely think we should push the button.
Oh, I like buttons. Yes, absolutely, right now.
Well, that's what we're here for. And I push the button.
The door slams shut.
Lovely.
Hello, this is Jack, and you're listening to Last Nerds on Earth, a D&D adventure. Check us out at Twitter at Last Nerds Earth. Enjoy the rest of the episode. There is all of a sudden you see above the door is a clock. But instead of 12, it has 20 glowing numbers. Then it has 19. Then it has 18. It has 17.
That's no good.
16.
I immediately start looking for an accident.
15.
Okay, I want to take a closer look at that sphere and bring the gems up closer to it.
It looks essentially the exact same. It hasn't changed. 12.
Look around the room. Try to
Can we try to break the door open?
Okay.
I'm gonna try to break the door open.
11. Okay, go ahead and tell me how.
It's a great sword.
You swing it, and there is a shimmering shield that appears before it. 10.
Well, that's not good.
The flames go out at 10 seconds. The flames go out. All you can see is a glowing blue light from the dais. And that's it. 9.
I try to smash the dais.
Your weapons ricochet off of the dais and do nothing.
Is there any other exit, a crawl hole, anything I can see?
Nothing.
I'm gonna start counting upward from 10. See if I can fool the timer.
8.
11.
Try to hit the clock.
7.
12.
You notice
13.
at 6 seconds, the door cracks open. 5.
Run for the door.
Open the door.
Try to wedge it open.
The entire
currently
room
standing
is
above it.
shaking and vibrating, and the blue flames start spitting out all over the place, just firing randomly. 3.
But the door is open now.
It's not. It's cracked a little bit. 2.
I'm gonna crack it more.
Yeah, wedge your greatsword in there.
Okay.
Watching my greatsword, I'm cracking it.
Is the flame is it gonna hit somebody, or is it just
All
going
it's
around
doing
the
is
side?
shooting right at the dais.
Oh, we're
2.
summoning something.
I'll let
Is
each
my
of you
greatsword-
perform one action before you finish.
I'm gonna try to wedge my greatsword in the crack. See if I can get it open.
Roll me a strength check.
Just raw strength.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a 20, not nat. Regular 20.
You're unable to do it. Your sword sort of digs into the wood a little bit, but it doesn't break through anything.
Is that a magical flame?
The blue flame?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's shooting straight at the dais. Every flame that has come out has fired at the dais.
Ladies and gentlemen, I do believe we're summoning something.
So, Carly, what do you want to do?
All right. Well, why not? Let's firebolt that thing.
You're going to firebolt the dais?
Yep.
All right. Before we do results on that, Oliver, is there anything you want to do?
No, I don't think there is.
All right, Rain?
Ah, frick. I'm gonna offer up a quick prayer to the god of the hunt and hope for the best. That's about all I can do.
Rowan?
Is there any sort of place I can find to hide?
It's just the dais in the room.
Okay, well, I'm gonna hide behind whoever the biggest person is. I'm gonna stand behind you.
Oh yeah,
Well,
Sam.
okay,
That's a
well,
good idea.
thanks.
I'm a little guy.
So you guys are just all hiding behind me.
So, Carly,
I'm a 6'2" guy too, so.
Carly, why don't you roll me a dexterity check
Okay, so I am a.
and add 2 to it.
Okay. So 13 total.
Your firebolt fires right at the dais and hits it dead center of the orb and depresses the button. The blue flame comes back, everything calms down, the door slams shut,
Just have to push the button again.
door slams shut, and the countdown timer starts again. 20. 19.
I go over there and hold the button down.
You hold the button down, it stays at 20.
Alright, you stay here, hold the button down,
Yep,
and
see
we'll
ya.
come back for you in like 20 years.
All right. I'm gonna place one of the gems on there.
The gem's not heavy enough to depress the button, unfortunately.
How about 2 gems?
You try to set them on top of each other, and they just keep rolling off. It is half orc. You do notice, Aligrax, that your sword is a little bit shinier.
A little shinier.
A little bit shinier. And in game speak, you now have a +1 to your attack die with it.
Ooh.
The only thing you can think of is that it touched a blue flame.
Alright.
Okay. I let the button go and take out my bow staff and I try to find a flame.
20. 19.
And my daggers.
18.
Well, I mean, I don't think I've
17.
relayed this to anyone. Like, can I
16.
tell that the fire made it stronger?
15. You know that
Okay.
you stuck it in the door, and you hit the door with it, and now it's shinier. 13.
Okay. Well,
12.
I wouldn't have known that, so
11.
I'm holding the button.
10. 20.
Well, guys, can we wedge something in there so it doesn't close all the way, or I don't know.
Well, the door's still shut.
It's
yeah.
completely closed right now.
So, well,
So last time it opened at 6 seconds, so maybe we should wait till it gets there and wedge something in so it can't close all the way.
all right. I let go.
20. 19. 18.
Alright, so we're gonna.
17.
I'm standing
16.
next to that button,
15.
ready to go.
14.
Is one of us a
13.
halfling?
12.
Yes, I am.
Alright,
11.
so we're gonna wedge the halfling in there.
It's
I was thinking, wedge the
completely
sword
dark.
in, and then I'll try to
9.
jump
The
through.
flames are gone. 8. 7.
So let's like wedge a torch in there or something.
6. The door cracks. 5. 4.
Let
Wedge
get
it,
to one.
wedge it.
3. 2.
Wedge this
Something.
torch in there.
1.
I press the button.
Everything goes dark. It's too late.
Oh
Oh
no!
no.
Everything goes completely dark. The flames stop shooting all over the place. The room stops shaking. and the door swings open.
We just have to wait.
I pull out the gem.
Lesson in patience, my friend.
So, Carly, you were actually able to also get a +1 on your bow staff. You made the attempt.
Right.
Yeah, you made the attempt. I think everybody else sort of cowered behind Alecrax at one point. So, no rewards for cowards. Cowards and traitors will be
I
shot.
didn't really cower. I just mostly tried not to get hit by the fire. So I mean, results the same.
Results the same. Fair enough.
So if I throw myself in the fire, do I get a
Don't
+1?
think it works.
Doors open, man. That's all I'm gonna say is doors fucking open.
Run back in the room.
I'd like to do an Arcana check before I leave.
Sure.
Okay, so I am a Jesus, man. 4 + 4, 8.
You've heard of magic.
Magic's cool, man.
That's a thing you've heard of.
You know
somewhere.
about that stuff, that magic? Yeah, I know all about magic.
That shit
You
whack.
get like a very slight hint of magic from the room. Like you understand that there was magic in there. However, it is gone. Such as Lady Fate. Okay. Anything else y'all want to do before we?
I just walk out of the room at this point.
Y'all haven't taken any damage, which is fucking amazing. But whatever.
Someone took 3, right?
That was Carly.
Yeah, I'm down to 6 hit points.
So
Took some damage from that bat that I've been, murdered.
yeah.
What's everyone at? Do we want some, you want me to slap you with some healing?
I'm solid.
It probably wouldn't be a bad thing to heal me up.
Stay behind him next time.
What are you at right now?
6 out of 9.
I'm gonna walk up and slap Mandrew lightly in the face and give him 3 hit points.
That'll do, pig.
So I feel rejuvenated and go, whoa, that was one hell of a slap.
So he basically just sort of soft brushes your cheek.
So
And you feel like the warm hint of just like this passionate embrace by a platinum dragon or something like that. Anyways,
I wink.
brush the hair behind your ear.
I'm totally winking. I just do a little nod and just do a wink.
Alright, then I'm gonna slap him for real.
roll me D4 slapping damage. Let's go. It's a 3? Are you kidding me? That's crazy. Anyways, so I'm gonna.
20, yeah.
Hey, Loki.
Take that health you gave
Don't
me
be a
right back.
fuckstick. All right, yeah. All right, so you guys are standing right outside the door, and you notice the blue flames are gone. The energy has sort of left the room, and you continue down the corridor, and you notice it's still getting like thicker, like the air is getting like heavier and thicker. It's not getting really hard to breathe, but you notice it's getting a little bit more like definitely earthy. And so you continue walking. You actually notice the corridor curving a little bit, and then it goes slightly up for a little bit. And
Now, can we see or is it all dark?
it is dark, so if you don't have dark vision, then no, you can't see.
So
Since
I'm
I
holding
have
out that gem.
Okay.
dark vision and I'm not quite as squishy as the sorcerer, I'm gonna try to stealth ahead just a little bit so I can scout.
Okay, let me get a stealth check there, hot shot.
All right. Shit. Okay, it's not a total loss. It's a 10, but
Okay.
it's not great either.
Okay. 1 second. Okay. So you are sort of sneaking and beaking your way down the path there. You're not stepping on anything. Nothing's really kraken or anything around you. You're stepping on dirt. You're making sure nothing gets snagged on your cloak or anything like that. And what you see is that the tunnel starts to get wider and wider until suddenly it just opens up into this large cavern. And there are stalagmites and stalactites, and that's about all you can really see. Is like it's sort of, and they're littering all over the place, all over the ground. The stalactites and stalagmites, and the ceiling.
Should really pick up after themselves.
So, and you're just at the entrance of it, so you really can't see exactly how far deep it goes, but
I'm gonna duck behind, say, the nearest stalagmite, one that's close to me.
okay.
You know, still, so I can see the entrance. I'm not trying to like go too far here. Just enough that I can get a good look into the room and see, you know, if there's anything in there.
Gotcha. So you're looking around and you see that there is, you know, you can hear water dripping just sort of around the cave, and it's like echoing off, and there's like a trickling stream from the back side that's leading into this small pool in the back left. And then roll me a perception check real quick, see if you see this thing.
Please let this roll be good. Okay. What's my perception is 3, so 17.
17. Okay. So in the back, you sort of see like this. It almost looks like a hut, but it's like carved into the stone, and it's like a smaller, separate cave, all the way in the back there.
Okay. I'm gonna wait for the party to come out of the entrance. I'm gonna move so they can see me.
Okay.
I'm gonna wave them over.
All right.
Kind of, you know, motion for them to be quiet because it's a cave, so you know, everything probably echoes.
I'm gonna hold out the gems and just say, "You can have them to look. I can see in the dark."
I will
And whoever wants to grab them.
gems.
I'll take one of them.
I will take the other one since I don't have dark vision.
Oh yeah, gem time.
Gemmed up.
Okay. So
Let's follow.
As they approach, I'll motion, like I'll be like over there, and I'll indicate towards the cabin.
he's indicating.
Move up
Y'all
sneakily.
can see it.
Let's walk.
Yeah, I want to sneak up.
Let's
So
walk up to it.
everybody roll me. Well, actually, who's in the lead right now? Are we,
Just at the moment.
what's that?
I mean, Aligrax don't do stealth,
Yeah.
so he's just walking up.
So Aligrax, roll me a perception check.
Perception.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a 16, sir.
Okay. So you sort of hear this. Hello? Hello? Is anyone there? Hello?
There are
And-
several anyone's here.
And from behind the stalagmite, you see a young gnome girl step out. She says, "Oh my god, who are you?"
My name is Aligrax Dardendrian, and I'm guessing.
Can we
you're
get out of here,
Katrina.
please? Yes, that's me. How do you know my dad, Calic?
Yes, Calic sent us. We're taking you home.
Can we get out of here, please?
Yeah, follow me.
That's
Okay.
what we're saying.
All right. You guys turn to leave, and Oliver,
Yes.
you feel a sharp pain in your back,
Ah, damn it.
Oh.
and you reach down and you pull out one of your daggers. And
What?
Katrina is standing behind you, with a smile on her face and blood on her hands.
You little bitch, what the hell?
She says, "Let's do this." Roll initiative.
That's a red flag.
Let's roll initiative. Well, Oliver, you took 3 damage from that.
Oh, good to know.
All right, so first in the order is Rowan.
Okay, let's see if I can hit. I'm gonna try to do. And that's 14.
What are you hitting with?
The spell Ice Knife is my.
Okay.
Alright, we're stabbing children now.
Already.
She stabbed us first.
It's a new low. This is a new low for me.
Okay. Let's see. 1 second. I have the stat. Okay. So you actually tied with the armor class, which, if I'm not mistaken, means a miss, but let me double check.
That's a hit.
It is? Okay, cool. I know in 3.5 it was a little iffy.
Okay.
So you do hit, and you do 1d10
10.
piercing.
Yep. Let's see. What do I get? 6.
Okay, so 6 damage.
And yeah, then she has to roll a dex save for the
Everybody within 5 feet must roll a dex save.
Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that.
Not everybody.
That's everybody. Well, yeah, because she's like right there. Unfortunately,
17 probably saves.
save.
8.
Yeah, you're safe.
8 does not save.
13.
Ouch.
19.
What'd you get, Mike?
19.
19 saves.
Oh, no, I failed. Like, I'm not even going to give you the number. It's just,
Oh.
Okay, so now they take. If you failed, you take 2d6 cold damage.
Ouch. Yeah.
So that's
I take
Yeah.
5 damage.
It's 2d6. How much was it?
5.
It was 5.
Okay. Okay, so basically, fuck, what is her? Katrina. Yeah, what the fuck is her? I wrote her name, I should know it. Katrina is like, let's do this. And you're like, no, I don't think so. And so you like stab her in the shoulder with an ice knife. And then once you release it, it explodes. And the shards fly out at you guys, causing damage to her, but also causing damage to some of you.
Can I use my bonus action to healing word body, maybe?
It is a bonus action, so yeah, you absolutely can. A creature.
Who took it the worst
Yeah,
of
who's
the
got the
damage?
most damage here? Are you guys adjusting it on D&D Beyond?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
I'm doing it. I have a paper copy in front of me. So.
That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, so
Your healing word better be fuck sorry.
It's not letting me do damage for some reason.
So that gives you 6 points. I just rolled 6 points of healing. So
Okay,
Yeah, I've got 4 hit points left.
and so you're down to. So you do 6. So Oliver has, or not Oliver. Sorry, Carly has 4. Who else?
we took how many points of damage?
5.
That cuts my health.
Okay, he's a little bit worse off, I think. So he's a little bit worse off than you, just to be honest.
Well, I have 9 to begin with.
Yeah. Okay. So who do you want to heal?
the one who only got for a gift. So yeah.
Okay, so sorcerer, Carly.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. Her
So-
she gets 6 back.
Okay, so you're back up to 9. So I don't think healing word does. Whatever. Anyways, okay, so that was awesome. Rain, it is now your turn.
All right.
How you guys are positioned is basically Oliver is right in front of her, and then sort of spread out behind him, let's go. Let's say Rowan and then Rain, Carly and then our paladin. Because paladin, I would expect, would lead the way. So that's sort of how you guys are situated, but you're all pretty close to her.
Alright.
Yeah. I am actually going to. Can I make an attempt to like unarmed, like knock her out, just like bludgeon her from behind?
If you get her hit points to 0, you have to do it with non-lethal damage. Get her down to 0.
That's what I'm going for. I'm gonna try to non-lethal because like we want her alive, if for no other reason to figure out what the fuck's going on.
Sure.
But yeah, that's my goal here. I'm trying to like knock her down or knock her out, whichever I can.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so that is a 17 to hit.
That hits. Yep. So what are you
Just
just unarmed striking her?
Yeah, it's unarmed, so it's just a flat 2 damage.
Okay. So
non-lethal, so just.
Gotcha. So did you want to sort of move around behind her? Is that what you're doing?
That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay. So you sort of move to the right and sort of use one of the stalagmites as like a sounding board, a bouncing board, and you kick your foot onto it and then land behind her. It's not a very big jump, but it is kind of impressive. And then you just sort of bring your fist down on top of her head and give her a little flap. She sort of laughs. Is that it? Alright.
Shit.
So moving on from there, it is actually her turn, and she's not too happy about being snuck up on. So she's turning to you, Rain.
Bullshit.
And she's going to make an attack. Does a 17 hit?
Oh yeah, 17.
Okay.
17.
I'm gonna use actually multi-attack. Oh. And that does not hit. So, what is 6 damage?
About. I am at -1 health.
Okay, so he is officially unconscious. On his next turn, he will do a death save roll, unless somebody goes to heal him. He has, if this just for anybody who doesn't know, you have to roll 3 10 or aboves, or 3 below 10s. If you get 3 below 10s, you're dead. If you get 10 or aboves on 3 rolls, then you have regained conscious, you've stabilized, and you have 1 HP. If you roll a nat 20, you're automatically stabilized with 1 HP. A nat 1 does nothing, but counts as a roll. So
I was under the impression in 5e rules that nat 1 counted as 2 failures.
Oh really? I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Alright.
That's super scary.
Yeah.
I'm homebrewing the shit out of this game.
That's cool.
Alright, next up is Aligrax.
Alright, so first off, I'm gonna turn to Rowan and say, Rowan, once we're not fighting a demon child, we're gonna have a talk about your aim.
Oh, sorry.
And I'm gonna see, can I tell, kind of like, use insight or whatever, tell if this is actually Katrina or like some, demon? Because it doesn't sound like a little gnome girl.
Roll me a investigation, please. Actually, I think it would it be insight? I think it'd be.
I think it would, yeah.
Insight.
That's 19.
Okay. As you look at her and you're giving it a really good look, her face is a little bit more elongated, and like her eyes are more droopy, and her arms are just a little bit longer than her body is.
Goblet.
And that's racist. And and her eyes are dark. There's no pupils. They're like
Okay.
a dark mustard yellow.
In that case, I'm gonna make the educated guess that this is not, in fact, Katrina, or not the one now. And I'm gonna try to slice and dice with the great sword.
All right. Let me get that roll with the +1.
It's a +1 to hit, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so that's gonna be a 20.
Nice. That definitely does hit. Roll me some damage.
It's 3 plus 5 plus 3 is 11 damage.
Nice. So you sort of flurry your sword back and forth, and her attention is all on... actually, you do have advantage because you're technically flanking. So if you want to roll and see if you get a critical.
I did not.
Okay. Your sword flashes in the dark cave, glinting, and you bring it down into Katrina's back. And she sort of slumps forward a little bit, almost goes to a knee, but stands back up as you remove your blade, and you can see a dark red, almost black blood come out of her.
I'm gonna say to the rest of the party, I don't think this is the girl we're looking for.
You did 11 damage?
Yes.
Okay. So next after Aligrax is... looks like Carly.
Okay, can I position myself where there is just the girl in front of me? Or the beast, whatever it is?
Yeah, so if you move to your left and come around, you'll be facing her, and you'll have Aligrax on your right and Rain on your left.
Okay, so that she's the only one in front of me, and then I can still make an action?
Yes.
Okay, I would like to cast Burning Hands.
Nice.
Okay.
So Burning Hands... so it's an attack / save. Okay, so in a 15-foot cone. Whew, that's gonna get hot. All right. So basically, what happens is I roll a dexterity save, and if I succeed, then I only take half damage. If I fail, then I take 3d6 damage. So let's see here. So I did succeed. So why don't you roll the damage, and then I'll tell you what happened.
Okay. So it is 10 damage total.
Okay, is what you rolled, or yeah.
What I rolled, yeah, total.
Okay. So you sort of shuffle to the left really quickly, and then you turn.
I gotta say something first.
Go ahead.
So, as I got angry because I saw everybody getting hurt around me, my friends, and my skin starts to crack and then glow a little bit, and my hair starts to turn a little bit orange, like fiery.
Yep.
And I just say, "You're not nice." That's it.
Your hands ignite, and you sort of grab her head, and it fires a beam of like intense heat across her face, and she sort of goes, I didn't like that. And she's not looking good. She's looking very rough. Okay. Oliver, it's your turn.
Okay, so she has her back turned toward me.
She's facing Rain, which is back to Aligrax and the rest of the party, and then on her left, so also y'all's left, is Carly.
Okay, and I'm still within 5 feet of her?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do a sneak attack on her.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Stab her back like she did to me.
Oh, poetic justice. Let's get it. Let's get it. What do we got?
That's a natural 20, man.
Oh! Is that the first one of the game?
No, I rolled one earlier, but it was on like initiative or something.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, first attack, natural 20. All right. Hell yeah. So you fucking critted on that.
So I deal an extra 1d6 because it was a sneak attack.
So you do a 1d6, an extra 1d6, and then you'll double it.
Okay. So I'll do that first. 2, so 4 is the extra damage.
Okay.
And then the dagger is a d4 plus 3. 2 again. So 5, 9. Does 9 damage to her.
Okay. Wait, no, hang on. How'd you calculate the damage? It's the extra one. No. It's double your total damage.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
okay.
your sneak attack is an extra 1d6 that you add on top of your damage.
Yes.
So what was your 1d6? 2?
No, 1d6 was 2.
Plus, what'd you get on the other stuff? 5? What?
5.
5, so 7, so 14 total, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So crit doubles all.
So basically, Oliver pulls out his knife, and he pulls out his other knife, and he is so fucking sick of this little bitch girl who just stabbed him in the back. And he pulls both daggers back. He leaps around Aligrax, and he stabs her right in the back between the shoulder blades and actually lifts her up above his head, and he can see the life force draining out of her. And as it does, she transforms. She gets larger. Her skin melts away, and there's only a gray, like leathery skin on top of her. And all of a sudden, her dress gets shredded and ripped, and her body elongates, and it is suddenly 6 feet tall, and so heavy that Oliver needs to set her on the ground.
Oh, is she dead?
She is dead.
Okay, so
not moving anymore.
Once I realize that, I'm just gonna drop my dagger, ugh, do that thing.
So
gross. My
laying,
dagger's out of her back.
laying in front of you is not a little gnome girl. It is a 6 foot tall, gray, muscular form. You can't really depict exactly what it is. You just know it's a long gray form. Does anybody want to roll? I think this would be like a nature check or something like that.
Oh,
yeah, nature check.
Oh yeah.
I'll roll a nature check.
Okay.
Also, can I roll to not be dead?
Can you roll to what?
Not be dead.
Not be dead. Yeah, we'll get to you. Don't worry about that. So, Rowan, with your 16, you understand that this is, in fact, a doppelganger. It essentially can assume the form of any small or medium-sized person, and they can imitate almost near perfectly the look, the movements, the voice, and everything. And a lot of times they'll take over somebody's life by removing them and becoming them. And so that is what is in front of you. Does anybody want to heal Ray?
I'm out of spell slots, so I cannot heal him.
Fine. I guess I'm gonna go slap him in the face.
Okay, so you're going to use lay on hands. Do you want to use it multiple times or just once?
Enough to stabilize him.
Okay, so yeah.
Get him up. Get him to 1.
So you have healed him for 5 hit points. So he was at -1. He's now at 4.
-1, yeah.
So you're at 4 now.
All right.
So there is a dead doppelganger in front of you.
I'm gonna search it.
Oh, right. I'll explain to them that it was a doppelganger, so they know what it is.
I knew she wasn't nice.
But where's the real girl?
I don't know.
I'm gonna look around with my dark vision. See if I can see anything.
You notice a small shack in the back that is carved into stone.
I go to the shack. And I tell everybody, I'm going to the shack right back here, I see.
I'm gonna follow him.
Yeah, same.
Me, the one I pointed out before the little girl stabbed me? Or was
That's
that
the one I was
Rowan?
walking towards.
I can't remember.
So you walk into the shack and you see basically a threadbare bed, a few clothes here or there, and you see Katrina tied up and gagged in the hut.
Oh.
She's unconscious.
This makes a lot more sense, actually.
I take my dagger out and try to cut her free.
You succeed.
All right.
Is she conscious?
It's just rope. It doesn't have that high of an AC. She's not conscious. She's unconscious right now.
I'm gonna pick her up and throw her over my shoulder.
From what you can tell, she's like weak and malnourished. As you sort of look around, you also find the doppelganger had hoarded about 225 gold.
Oh,
Oh.
So
it's going in the beer fund.
I'll let you guys sort of divvy that up however you want. I'll write it down that you have it. There's also a small shield, and there is a short staff.
Right. Well, I say, I saw Oliver eyeing my gems the whole time. He might want the gold more than anybody.
So, you basically, we're going to sort of fast travel this. You guys grab her body, not her body. Sorry. At one point, she was just going to be dead, but I was like, that's super sad for our first episode. It would have set the tone for the rest of the... Anyway.
It's got to be a win, man. Give us a win.
You guys walk out. You go back to the shortcut of the maze. You get out. You see that Rackle is actually still there. And he's like, oh, little girl, does she need help? Can we help her?
I've got her on my shoulder, and I'm like, for right now, we're just gonna bring her back to her father. I think she's been through a lot already.
Okay, sounds good. So Rackle sort of grabs his crew, and they had like a little campfire and were set up just outside the entrance. They sort of go off. You guys go back to the farm, and Calic is sitting in his house, and he has been staring out the window this entire time, and he sees the five of you bruised, battered, and bloodied, but alive, come out of the woods, and he sees his daughter's form on your shoulder, and he runs shrieking from his head. Oh my god, you found her, oh my god, she okay, she's alive.
We're not Calic. She seems to be alright.
Oh my god, poor baby girl. And he grabs her, and then he takes her inside, and he sort of he sets her in bed, and he sort of, pats her head to make sure that she's okay, she's still breathing, and he starts cooking food for her, and then he comes out and he says, listen, thank you so much. I'm sorry I don't have anything to give you. I wish I had something I could give you that would mean something. I know. And he runs back inside, and he comes back out, and he has this little necklace, and he's like, this belonged to her mother. And I want y'all to have it. This is the only thing I have in my life other than vegetables and dirt. And my little girl, I want y'all to have it. And he holds it up to you guys.
I'm gonna be honest. It's a little awkward taking the guy's treasure possession besides his daughter.
Oliver has it in his possession.
I'm gonna personally pass on this one. I can't do that.
I don't think we should take it.
Oliver already took it.
Oliver already has it.
Man.
He's got it.
Yeah,
So
he grabbed it.
he says,
I pick him up and just hug him and say,
"Oh,
I
put me
knew
down!
that your
God
daughter
dang it!
was
I
nice.
said, put me down! I don't like. Put me down! I hate this shit."
I put him down.
Yeah, fucking he grumbles a little bit. Fucking friggin' god dang Genasi. And then he goes, he says, "Thanks to the four of you," and he like glares at you, and he's like,
Also, I
"And
give
you
him
too."
back. I felt all the glares when I took it, so I just
Yeah.
like
Okay.
whether he wants it or not, I just like set it near him and just turn around and walk away.
Okay. So with your mission complete, you guys.
I stealthily grab it.
He has it in his hand, and you're gonna roll me a stealth check.
I try to.
Roll me a
see what
stealth
happens.
check.
Okay, 15 plus 3, 18.
Yeah, you get it.
Hold on, I'd like to make a perception against
Make
this.
a perception check. Batwing all over.
That's gonna be a 19.
Yeah, you definitely see him taking the necklace.
I'm gonna shoot him a glare, and if he keeps doing it, I'm gonna slap him in the face.
I just wink at him.
I'm slapping him.
Okay, roll an attack.
That's gonna be an 18.
Yeah, that beats his armor class. Roll some damage, 1d4, I think it is for unarmed. Yeah, go ahead.
That's gonna be 3.
Okay. So Carly, you take 3 damage. You're down to 6.
I say, well, that's kind of rude to not take a gift.
I won Tarnation. Where's my necklace?
The man saved all.
He runs outside. Did y'all see my necklace? Did I drop my
I
necklace?
dangle it in front of his face for him to grab it or not.
He says, thank you, I think. And he just fucking hates you right now, dude. And he takes it and he goes inside.
I'm very impulsive, by the way.
And you guys go away from this poor man. Alright. By this time, you've put most of your afternoon and early evening into this mission. You make your way back into town, and you head towards the Adventurers Guild barracks. And when you get in, there is a message waiting for you, but you decide to put it off until morning. You think today was rough enough. You do notice that it is from your handler and trainer named Francois. And that, ladies and gentlemen, ends your first chapter of Dungeons and Dragons. Thank you for listening to Last Nerds on Earth, a D&D adventure. I wanted to thank you all for joining us on our second episode and hope you enjoyed yourself. To stay up to date on all LNOE content, you can follow us on Twitter at Last Nerds Earth. If you enjoy the show, please share with your friends, and if you hated the show, please share with your enemies. We really appreciate the free advertisement. Also, for more LNOE access, you can check out our patron at patreon.com/lastnerdsonearth. We've got some amazing benefits, such as a shout out on the podcast and actually playing with us in a one-shot. So if you want to, head on over there and check it out. Thank you once again for joining us, and we'll see you in a week. Bye-bye.